I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, babe.
Hey there. Hi.
It's Atlanta. It's AfterBuzz TV. It's the season finale. Welcome to the Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian. It's my favorite day of the week. And you know, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was just gonna be me and Bay at the end. Hey, boo-boo, my girl, Drew Jones.
Hello, I'm back from the dead, darling.
Oh, never mind. Ah! And Erika joins us.
Hey,
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
yes.
Like,
Oh my God. You just popped up in. I love it. Drew, I'm so sorry. What were you saying? You said you were back from the dead. That was hilarious.
Yes, I've been deathly ill. Not coronavirus, but super sick for the past couple of weeks. And we're back.
Yes, she
with
is.
With wine and tow.
Rona free, drinking the wine. And we have, of course, she just popped up in Erika Edwards with the party people.
What's up, party people? Woo!
I was just saying, Erika, we just had the 60-second reaction, and I was saying, you know, it wasn't like a banger season finale. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, pow! But I kind of appreciated it. I'm going to have some opinions tonight that are just kind of going to freak everybody out. They're going to be like, where'd he come from? Because he has felt like this before, you know? So we're going to get into it. I'm excited to be with you guys. We're missing Danny B, but we love her and we send our best. She'll be back for the reunion when they have one. I really haven't heard anything. I know they're going to do it via Zoom like we're doing. That should be interesting. There's only 3 of us and that's a shit show. So I don't know how 8 people are going to work.
Yeah, they can't. There's no cameraman to follow them if they storm off. No one can throw hands. It's going to be interesting.
Exactly. I agree. I think whatever they do in the background, that's going to be the best part. Because it's going to be like, PJ, what are you doing over there? It'll be great.
PJ's face. We got a lot of that tonight when her and Nene were talking, having a little kiki. And that is Dennis Jr. right there. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Dennis. So cute. She just has the cutest little scowl that's like a perma. It's almost like a resting bitch face. It's absolutely perfect. She's beautiful.
I relate to her a lot that I too cry until I hear that someone brought me a gift. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
We open up with kind of like a catch up. Everyone is doing their own things, you know, 10-10 wedding. Cynthia has decided that Noelle is here in LA. She been here in LA. Mm-hmm. Kenya's at Sally's. Mama Joyce gives us her backstory. Finally, we understand Mama Joyce. It's a first grade lunchbox situation. Okay, I guess this explains everything. What did we think about this opening? I thought it was kind of funny. Mama Joyce prepared some chicken salad and she dropped this news.
I am obsessed with Mama Joyce. I think she is just so funny. Like, she's like this lunchbox, like, but she clearly put out herself. It brought me trauma and brought me all these memories as a child. And the memories actually root back to the fact that I hate your husband.
So ridiculous.
It is amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really like her way to be like, don't let Todd take your money, boo. Like, I don't even know if this really even happened or she just was kind of like, this is a perfect segue into me being like, put all your money in the trust. Don't let Todd get his sticky fingers on your money, girl.
I thought it was so out of the blue, too. Like, we're in a good place with Todd, supposedly, and then, like, out of nowhere, you get paranoid and you want the money in the trust, so you're, like, acting out. And we got a full backstory with the dramatics, so I kind of appreciated that. Mama Joyce is back, and like Erika said, she's like, put that money in a trust, and soon.
You know, now that I think about it, though, I kind of do, like, I don't agree with Mama Joyce. I think she needs to let Kandi do Kandi. But just the way we've seen Todd kind of handle his oldest daughter, Kayla, and the whole relationship there, I do kind of get where there would be some concern for maybe Todd not doing what he needs to do based on emotion, because he is a very emotional man. But I think at the end of the day, Kandi knows her husband, and what Kandi decides to do, Kandi's obviously going to do.
Erika, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I think the way Mama Joyce put it, or, you know, okay, first and foremost, shout out to Mama Joyce in her wig. I liked it. I thought it was adorable. I was like, come back with a vengeance. I was like, I'm liking that shoulder length bob look. So she was totally loved it. I mean, I think she kind of has a funny way of approaching it, but it's a valid point. Like, if you want something to happen to your money, whatever that is, then you should handle it while you're still healthy. And, you know, whatever she thinks, Kandi can leave something for Todd, leave something for everybody the way she wants to, because it's her money, and just be done with it. And then there's nothing else to talk about. So, you know.
I just want to take a minute to say hi to everybody in the live chat. Thank you so much for watching with us. Y'all are already making me laugh. Deborah Randall coming in with the shade. She said Joyce was lying. They were in such lunch boxes back then, and Joyce knows it. I'm like, she right. She coming in with that paper bag. Don't even try it, Mama Joyce. Paper bag lunchbox. You ain't coming in with this fancy black silver little lunchbox. She right. She right. Jean, welcome. CC Freak. Hey, CC Freak. It's been a while. Welcome. Ty Savage. The shade of them not using Queen Kenya in the thumbnail. Well, you know what, Ty? You better strap up and get ready, boo-boo. Because the finale is here, and I ain't holding back. You know what I mean? History repeats itself. We gonna get into it right now. We see Kenya was talking to TMZ at her Sally event, but we didn't see that right away. So I was like, oh, look at Kenya, her little Sally event. Then we flash back and we see she just had a little moment. She just can't help herself. Totally unsolicited, unprovoked. She just decided to just read Nene, I guess from the drama in Greece. Bully. She would not take any advice. This leads to Wendy calling Nene, in which she talks her basically off the ledge, gives her the tea, and then adds, well, I like Kenya, but don't go howling at the moon, because you're the moon and you're bigger than her. And that was the one thing I did agree with her. Kenya just wants Nene to go down this rabbit hole, and we're going to see it play out until the very end of the episode. What did you guys think about this?
Well, okay. First of all, it wasn't until like maybe the party where I realized that was TMZ. I didn't know when TMZ started covering people at Sally's. So that was one thing. I was like,
TMZ was in Atlanta like that.
Right. I was like, TMZ is at Sally's? Is that what they've come to? So that was one thing. Like, I mean, I think you have to do what you can
just to clarify, it's a just to clarify in the industry, it's clearly an independent contractor, someone that sold the footage to TMZ, making it TMZ footage. But keep going, boo boo.
I know, so I was like, wait, what? But I don't know. I mean, I think it's what you have to do to add drama and spice and make yourself relevant. And Kenya's doing what she can. It's her first season back. She has to hit them hard. So, like, whatever.
Okay. I liked what Wendy said, though, about the moon part, because figuratively speaking, you know, we all kind of make one girl the kind of the head honcho. And I know people feel a certain way about Nene, but I'm back on the Nene train, y'all, because she made me laugh this season. And, you know, I'm kind of like, when it comes to judging the girls, I keep it like life. You got to keep it fun. I don't take it that serious. It's a reality show. So at the end of the day, if the shade that you're doing outside of Sally's is going to make me laugh, then I'm going to be here for it. But it didn't make me laugh because I thought it was like unnecessary. Now, the commentary that Nene gave all season, that made me laugh. That made me laugh. So you know what? I feel like there is a difference. And that's why I'm making her like the moon, as Nene put it. I mean, as Wendy put it. Now, Nene did get a little messy and revealed that, she thinks the marriage of Kenya was a handshake. She bought some eggs like she did at the store, and then it was Mark's sperm and some random egg, maybe a chicken egg. What do we think about this?
I mean, I am not one to judge someone's relationship. I don't know the situation. All I know is what we've seen on TV, and it didn't come off as a very loving relationship. That's not to say that they aren't actually married. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see at the reunion either the marriage certificate is going to pop up or it's going to get brought up, because that's a heavy accusation, I think. But like you said, Nene's shade is funny. Like, I think if Kenya's shade was funny, I would like Kenya more, but I would like Kenya more. But Kenya's just like mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, her shade is supposed to be funny. Shade is supposed to be, haha, we're kikiing, like going back and forth. Kenya just goes below the belt with no like regard for anyone else. And so that's why I'm just kind of like, I don't really care that Nene's going for you, because what she says is funny. It's kind of maybe a little true.
Yeah, I agree. I think Nene is a little bit, more of fun with it. I think Kenya is in a dark place. And I think if she's dogging Nene, then she doesn't have to, answer questions about Mark or about her, about them grandparents that Brooklyn has never seen. So this does keep it off of her, but still keeps her in the mix. So I think Nene is a good target for her, and she's going to keep it while she can. So I think that part is interesting. And I agree, like Nene, every time Nene hits back, then that just makes it way bigger than what it is. So, so it kind of worked out.
And I agree on what you're saying, that like Kenya is definitely pushing the Nene narrative harder. And even like earlier in the season with Tanya, whoever she goes after, because she doesn't want to talk about her divorce, she gives us like little pieces of what's going on, just enough that it kind of satisfies everyone's quench. But she's really not giving us the storyline that she should be as far as what's going on with her and Mark. Like, she's really kind of painting it to make herself come off as the victim, which like I don't think she is in that situation. I do think Mark is a total jerk, don't get me wrong, but
and like, okay, and then also just to like, there's two sides to everything. We gotta just keep it real also. And if we're gonna talk about like the Nene egg comments, like the egg comments are ridiculous, just because I don't think we should be pushing the whole narrative that Kenya didn't really have her baby. I just don't think anybody could do that. For someone to like fake a pregnancy, it's too much.
Well, hold on. She didn't say that, because to me, honestly, not saying that she did or she didn't, but there is such a thing as donor eggs, which people do use as they get older. So she could have gotten donor eggs and still given birth, because you can
really?
have those. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so a lot of older women do that, and it's valid. And even if she did, it's not like a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, whatever.
I don't think she faked it at all. I think she definitely, she talked about almost dying from pregnancy.
Exactly.
But I don't think she faked the pregnancy at all. I think more so what I was gathering from, or what I was finding amusing with what Nene was saying, is like how the baby came to be. Was like, it was like a contract. And I mean, Nene's in the wrong whatever way, shape, or form.
I'm not saying that.
Come out of someone's baby.
I'm not saying that Nene's like allowed to say that or whatever. I'm just saying like this shade is fun. You guys, it's a show, and I just want to laugh. I'm over here with my truly watching the show. I'm not trying to investigate. I know a lot of people go on Twitter and try to find the truth and everything. I do that 24/7 in general for Bravo. So not all the time do I want to spiral down the rabbit hole, because I don't just go to any fire that's out in the field. And I feel like blowing up Kenya's like baby story about how she came or how she didn't, I think it's really unnecessary. And I don't want to do that. So I'm not saying that Nene's comments were right, but I think they were funny.
Right.
Especially when she said chicken egg. I was dying.
One of my favorite comedians, Jack Knight, says, if you're going to say something offensive, make it funny. And I think that's the case. They both is Nene in the right or is Kenya in the right? No. The only real difference between Nene and Kenya is that Nene's serving it in a more entertaining way.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. I feel like
Yeah, that's true.
when Kenya does it, it's like under, like I feel like I don't know. Let's move on because we're gonna get into it at the end with the whole fighting thing. So we're gonna talk about Kenya and Nene. So everyone that's in the live chat, hang on. um,
Yes.
yes, there's some new people in the live chat. So I just want to say hi.
Hey,
Oh,
folks.
Karen Rodriguez. Karen are saying the panel looks great tonight. I know you're talking about Drew and Erika because, girl, I look toe up from the flow up. Y'all never see watches. Do you want to see what's under this hat? I don't think you do. Bam! It's that quarantine box hair color. It's bad over here, y'all. She's going through it. Let's move on. Speaking of, A Star is Born. Todd didn't say hello, and now Mama Joyce is not coming to the shower. Before I jump on like Mama Joyce, I just want to say, what does she expect? She treats him like absolute crap. I ain't running. I'm not trying to sprint to your ass to say hi. I might come say hi after I eat, after I drink my lemonade and talk to my boys and watch the game at the bar. Maybe I'll come say hi afterwards. But he didn't come say hi at all. So now she's mad. But at the same time, she is the mama. You got to respect her. I wish that, I could fight with my mom. I don't even have, my mama's not even here to fight with. So I kind of I see both sides. You got to respect the matriarch of the family. They're always going to have something to say, especially that older generation from the South. They're always going to have something to say. So you might as well just be respectful. You might as well just learn to roll your eyes and say something passive aggressive and cute.
I was gonna say, maybe this is the Southern Black in me, but I just think no matter what, at the end of the day, when you're in a relationship with someone, you're trying to make their life easier, and you need to respect their parents. And Mama Joyce, we all know, is a little old, a little kooky, whatever. Like Kandi said, it would have cost him nothing to just come say hello. And I think if you really wanted to make your wife's life a little bit easier, you would try to put your best foot forward and try to get along with her mother. And Todd, I do think, is in the wrong because it would take him 2 seconds to go say hi,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like he should have spoken and been like, oh my God, I'm so busy, I can't chill with y'all, and just kept it moving. Because now it was blown up into this big whole thing. How long we got to keep talking about it? Then you got to call to apologize, and she's not picking up. And she's right. A hello, even if it was stank, is the least you can do out of common courtesy, and especially at the restaurant where it's public, people are going to be looking and commenting. So say hello.
Because also, newsflash, Southern women are crazy in general, and I wish my man would come. I wish my man would try to piss off my mama. I'm gonna have to beat you up.
But also, Mama Joyce, get your shit together, put on a damn dress, and go shade Todd in front of the cameras like you do best. Show up. It's about the baby. It's about Kandi. It's about their feelings. You know what I mean? Come over here and shade the hell out of short ass Todd. You know what I mean? So I don't really agree with Mama Joyce not coming to the shower. I feel like she really should have come. She should have came. You could have been in the corner with all your auntie, the whole OLG gang. Y'all could have ganged up on Todd. We could have had a better reunion, a better season finale. Mama Joyce, I'm mad at you. You could have made the season finale much better. I could have used a little of your sassy ass up.
I do agree with that. I do think she should have put it aside because at the end of the day, it is about Kandi and it is about the baby. And it's you didn't like Todd from the jump. So what's new? Put your ego to the side and pull up for your kid. Right. So that was disappointing. I agree with that.
Yeah, as do I. It's come on. It's the baby shower. And she would have loved it if she was there. So it's come on, you should have just.
Let's talk about the shower. Food trucks, a bar. I mean, a red carpet. I feel like it was too big for people to have fun. I saw groups, I saw people scattered. I don't like that when I'm hosting a party where I feel like people are too far away talking and I'm like, what are they talking about over there? There's just a click over there. Now I'm gotta go jump over there. I'm like, what y'all talking about? You know what I mean? I feel like it was too big of a space. You gotta keep it contained so you can keep the energy there. I feel like even when they were fighting Kenya and Nene and they were trying to have the whole stage presentation, I feel like the only reason people knew that that was really happening is because of the mic situation as well. It was so
Yeah.
big. It was so big. There's cameras everywhere. There's lights everywhere. I don't know. I feel like they wanted to make it big and extravagant, and I'm all for that. But I don't know if the movie lot was the best idea. Maybe to enter, but then enter a building after that or something like a set.
Yeah, it needed to be roped off to where people couldn't wander too far because it was not a huge, it was like a medium-sized crowd of people, but people were really spacing out. So I do agree with you where it kind of felt like it was almost like separate situations happening.
Yeah. And we're only talking about the aesthetics of the parties because this is part of the storyline. You know, the Kandi factory, right. They love this kind of stuff, so they get some feedback.
Exactly. I agree. I think to me, it gave me more of a free concert in the park feel. Or, a nice concert in the park, but kind of like, when you go to the park and then you put your little blankets down and you bring your snacks and you watch the people. And then when they were like, oh, we're going to do games, I'm like, this ain't really a games baby shower. How you going to do games with a mic in front of hundreds of people or what you expect it to be hundreds. So yeah, I felt like maybe if it was indoors, even if it was large, they could have pulled it together more. But now it's like, okay, I really wanted a band or something. Give me some music, let us dance a little bit and have our food from the food truck or something, so.
Yeah, I just didn't really feel it. I really love the food truck and all that sort of situation. I'm all about that. I just feel like they could have contained it a little bit better, made it a little bit intimate and stuff. Crowd all that shit together. Make the food trucks like a barrier, crowd the people in, you know what I mean? Just for next time, Kandi Factory, we're just letting y'all know.
But it got me out that go ahead.
No, I was just gonna go back into Todd's family, but what were we gonna say? One last touch on the part?
I was gonna say, with everything though, it did bum me out that this was Kandi's situation, Kandi's party of all parties for everyone to act a damn fool. Because I feel like Kandi never comes crazy at people's parties. I feel like she's always on good behavior. So it I felt really bad for her, and you could tell it really bothered her that there's all of this stuff happening at once at her thing.
Well, we're going to get into that. Kayla's back and she wants to move back. She's 23. I feel like that's a little bit odd. I don't know. I feel like there's something kind of off about Kayla. I haven't really figured it out yet. But I moved out at 19, so I feel like it's kind of weird. I mean, I do feel like she has it kind of sweet. So why kind of move off and spend money when you can have an access to allowance and all that? And I don't know. I just feel like there's something off about that. But I'm glad that her and Todd are supposedly doing back together. We didn't actually see the actual interactions between them, but they did pose together on the red carpet, which was cute. Cynthia's here in LA. She's been here in LA. I don't think she's going to go back, to be honest with you, even after the quarantine is over, to keep it real. But Eva and Cynthia are talking about TMZ. Eva's lactating. And here's where a little different of opinion comes in that I've been talking about all season that I kind of want to shy away from. I feel like we've been too hard on Eva, and I really enjoyed her this episode. And I feel like she just brought some realness to what was going down. At the end of the day, these are just women in a cast, and they're trying to intermingle and have drama and still keep it real. And I feel like Eva did all she could, being pregnant at all. And when they did that little montage, and the cookie lady came in and she said, "You're a fucking lie." I was just yo, I think we've been too hard on Eva. Is she right for this show? I don't know. I don't think she should. I don't think she's going to be one of these forces like Nene and the Kenyas that are going to go down in history in the Housewives. But maybe we owe her one more season while she's not pregnant to really bring it. What do you guys think?
Give us a season where she's not pregnant and we'll talk. I will say, though, jumping off what you said, I do think Eva is the ladle of the cast where she serves the tea. I know you don't serve tea with ladles, but she kind of she's the new she's the new Sheree in the sense that she's kind of like the bone collector. She does kind of like help stir the pot. That's where that ladle metaphor is coming from. She kind of helps stir the pot a little bit.
She does get scared when she gets on the hot spot. Her big eyes.
She does. She's spooky. She's spooky for sure. But she does help get the information out there. And we need someone like that in the cast. So I do kind of see where you're coming from in that sense.
Just kind of like a Tanya almost, Erika. What do you think about that?
That's what I was gonna say. To me, I'd be like, bring her back, but like Tanya or Marlo, like I don't feel like she's adding any more than they are. Honestly, like we finally got to see some clippings from inside our house again, so that was a plus. I mean, it was cool, but I don't see why you would bring a newborn baby to an evening party like that anyway. Like, I'm glad he's getting out, but I don't know.
Because she was like, I'm gonna come, and the only way I could come is if I actually bring him. I'm not mad at her.
I don't understand. So I'm like, you can't afford a babysitter. Who's with the other two kids? Like, I don't even see why that's
like she might have to like stick her boob in his mouth at one point if he just gets too fussy. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not a mother.
I mean, there are things such as breast pumps. I mean, I'm never going to go there, but you don't have to walk with that child. Like,
I mean, but also, if I made babies as pretty as Eva, I would probably bring them everywhere too. I'd be like, look at this. I did this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a little personal. Maybe I just said she should leave and she should not come back this season on my podcast, It's Bravo Bitch. And she liked my Instagram post letting me know that loud and clear, heard you, saw you.
We see each other.
And she liked my post. I was like, ah! Because I literally put in the caption, like, bring Marlo on full time. Let go of Eva. Like, I mean, yeah. Fire Eva. I said, bring Marlo on full time. I said, bring Tanya on as a friend again. And I did say, get rid of Kenya.
I'm dun, Kenya, but I know that the Moore Hive is going to come for our necks if I say
well, let's talk about it. You know, Eva says there has to be a fundamental respect for Mama Joyce. You know, we're here at the party. This is a big event. There's food trucks everywhere. And then Kandi Surrogate is there in all pink. And someone on Twitter said they just don't get good vibes from Kandi Surrogate and that they just don't trust her. They feel that she has an agenda. This was just a simple opinion on Twitter that resonated with me that I'm just bringing to the forefront. Dennis won the limbo. I feel like he just knows how to dodge shit, so he's good at that.
How low can you go?
Exactly. And then the ladies get together, and Marlo was like, let me bring up this little article that Show Ass just produced, so let me just bring it up. And Kenya's like, yeah, if you're gonna bring it up, bring it up. But yeah, whatever. You know what it is. You know I said it. What? And she doubles down, you know. And Kandi's like, no, bitches, this is my shit. And walks away thinking this was all just gonna simmer when it really just boiled over. And this is when it get into it and the women start fighting. It was the classic argument. Here's what I don't like. Here's where I'm gonna get kind of pissed off. Because history just repeats itself with Kenya Moore. Sorry, I don't care. Get over it. Kenya is an instigator like always. Why couldn't she just stay where her ass was at? She was literally like 3 feet from Nene already with a little tiny table in between them. Why did you have to get up and go over to her area? It just makes no sense. But then when you think about it, it does make sense. It's the bullhorn all over again. It's the scepter all over again. It's the chair pull all over again. It's Danielle Staub on New Jersey body checking Margaret so she could attack her. I think Kenya wants to send Nene to jail. So she's like, I'm gonna try to get punched. Who goes over and stands right behind someone? Like it just seems out of control. It seems out of control to me.
I absolutely agree with you. I was even watching it with my roommate and she was like, now you know damn well that she had no business. She could have heard you perfectly fine from where you were standing. You did not need to walk over there. Because the thing is, if you know a dog is going to bite, you're not going to put your hand in the dog's face unless you want to get bit. And that was the situation. Kenya wanted Nene to react. And so she went and she instigated it. But of course, Kenya's the queen of being like, oh, I didn't do anything. I was just standing there. But it's like, you know people's buttons and you're pushing them. And that's where I have a problem with it. Nene still at the end of the day is responsible for her reactions and should have no business putting her hands on anybody or whatever.
And she did like, just talk shit, whatever. I'm defending Nene. She said she was gonna drag her, whatever. She didn't do anything. We all say things when we're bucking up with someone. Did she do anything? No, she didn't do anything. So you're lucky that's all she freaking said.
No, I agree.
It was that crazy.
It wasn't, but but I still think like even if the situation happened and Nene did hit Kenya, Nene would be responsible for hitting Kenya. I don't want to
absolutely,
but because they're adults, they're more than adults. They were past 50, like grow up. But I think that people need to acknowledge that Kenya went into the lion's den when she had no business going there, knowing she could have damn well just stood at the door and said her piece. But she wanted it to escalate, like you said. She wanted it to get physical, and so she put herself in that situation so that she could be like, oh no, I'm the victim. I didn't do anything.
There is no right or wrong. I am, if anybody, like if we're gonna systematically blame someone, it's Marlo. She's the one that brought up the article, but that's what Marlo does, you know, and that's what they were gathering for. It's not like Kenya was sitting down next to Nene because she just wanted to just chill. She's there to like have the conversation. It's the end of the season. They have to just get to some sort of resolution talk. They're gonna have to talk about, they're gonna have to address what Kenya said. You know what I mean? Every time that Kenya does a stunt, we have to talk about it. For every action, there's a complete opposite reaction.
But I want to acknowledge the people in the chat because they love to act like we're Team Nene and that we hate Kenya. And I actually,
but there's a lot of people out there that feel that way. Even Cynthia was like, I'm not mad at her. Like, it was not a cute look, Nene, to say you were going to drag her. Kenya's not a cute look.
Neither one of, what I'm saying is, neither one of them was cute in that situation. Both were wrong. However, if I know that if I push this red button, it's going to escalate the situation, and I still push the red button, I am the problem. Because I've chosen to take it next level. They were on the same level, and Kenya chose to take it to another level.
So what do you think?
Nene was just sitting there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that the issue really is like they both were crazy. They both were trifling. Nene said some nasty things. Kenya certainly did too. But how are you going to gum around and like basically get in somebody's face? At that point, it's like, this is not Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is Love and Hip Hop right now. So pull back and, you know, because Kenya should have been walked away. You know what I'm saying? If Kenya's so above me.
What was the reason?
Right.
What was the reason?
Now all of a sudden, Kenya's dying to talk to Shamia. Stop it with the madness. Go back. Just leave, girl. Just leave with Cynthia. Walk away.
And I know she was intentional with it because I've done shit like that before when I'm feeling petty and I want to fight. So I know you're not slick, Kenya, because I learned the same little tricks that you did down in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'll play.
Oh, Shamia, best friend.
Yep.
You couldn't be like, hey, Shamia, come over here. Like, don't even make me get up. Come over here. I need to tell you something. You know what I mean? Like, I am not buying it. I'm not blaming none of them. I'm just saying the situation is what it is. We have
and you both willingly escalated it. And no one is the victim, but Kenya's the only one who likes to paint herself as one.
I know that Nene's spit action was not justified. Like,
it wasn't.
If you would have even attempted to do what you did, I would have whooped her ass straight up. But at the same time, it was like a baby weak ass attempt. And you know, if Nene really wanted to actually spit, she could have tried to really attempt. That was some weak ass shit for the cameras. You know what I mean? And I feel like Nene was like, bitch, please, if I wanted to spit on you, I would have really spit on you. But you have to understand when you're working with something like Kenya like that, she's going to take all of that and run with it. She's going to run with that material. That's why she wants the ultimate reaction from Nene. I don't care what anybody says. That's just how I feel. It's called an opinion. Todd apologized in front of the whole family, which was kind of cute. I feel like it's the least he could have done. I mean, how are we going to end it on a sour note? What y'all think about that part?
I mean, I don't know. I appreciate him apologizing because Lord knows men don't like to. No, I'm just kidding. I do appreciate him apologizing. I just think like how he spoke to Kandi earlier, I hope that there is another apology later that we didn't see, because as far as apologies, that was kind of like, eh. It was like, all right. For me, it was like a 7 out of 10. And I think he talked to her a little crazy earlier in the party, and kind of like the last couple of episodes hasn't been the nicest to her. And seeing as she's the big breadwinner, I think you should talk to her a little nicer.
Well, I think you should be nice no matter who brings in the bread or the bacon or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed like kind of, you know, like some of the stuff that Dennis does. To me, it's like when you apologize in front of a whole crowd, that doesn't make it mean anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm not necessarily convinced he's really sorry. And Mama Joyce wasn't even there. So that apology to her is weird. Like, she's not there. She can't hear it. So what are you talking about? You gonna watch it on the TV? Like,
for the cameras again.
Exactly. So it's like, it's all for the cameras. If we see you go and actually talk to Mama Joyce and try to make some sort of real amends, yeah, maybe. But this is something where it's like, okay, you know, we picked our baby's name. I don't want it to be sour for the TV show. Let me do a little kiki apology. Okay, whatever. But it didn't, you know, like, I need to see a little bit more.
I just want to shout out. I want to shout out Kim Griggs. That was hilarious. She said, "Why would anybody act like that? Take it to the parking lot." Okay. Take it to the parking lot. I'm not even going to entertain y'all saying that we're blaming it all on Kenya. Whatever. Y'all are saying that Nene started it. Really? Really? TMZ. Hello. I'm done with y'all. They all do interviews.
That's what she did.
They all do interviews, yes, indeedy. But what did we see on TV, boo? Thank you. We saw one interview, and it was Kenya.
Okay.
Don't make me, okay? I've had 2 Trulies. Thank you. Word seltzer. You know, I'm just joking with y'all. I love y'all. It's all fun and games. You know, I feel like, you know, we've come a long way with the girls, and they really gave it to us this season. Lover or hater, Kenya really brought it this season, and really, she didn't stir the pot. She took the pot off the stove, threw it on the cast members, and everyone's burned. She really brought it this season, so I'm glad that you know, she really did shake everything up. It made everything come to a new fruition. It made Nene come back and apologize to everybody, which, let's keep it real, Nene never apologizes. So I just feel like Kenya backed her into a corner that we have to give Kenya some credit. How are you going to make Nene make everyone like her friend again? She was like, I am not going to be iced out right now. So I just feel like, you know, Kenya did do one thing. She made Nene have a good little comeback.
She sure did. But it seems like it might not be stuff like that, because I don't know if we have time for news and gossip, but there was some tea today that was happening on the internet.
Let's do it. Let's do news and gossip. Okay, Drew, break it down.
Okay. So Kandi and Eva the Diva went on IG Live together, and Eva has some things to say about Miss Nene, because it's been going around that Nene is the reason that has been saying that Eva is, you know, on the show strictly because of her. But Eva quickly cleared that up and said, no, just so you know, the executive producers have been reaching out to me before Real Housewives. There's actually another Real Housewives franchise they were trying to get me on, but I came to this one. Nene is not responsible for my job, and she also does not have the power to take away my job. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, this was Eva, you're saying?
Yeah, Eva said this.
She's been
today.
coming hardcore. She called Nene a hide neck.
Right.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe Eva's like, I see what y'all are doing, and fans, Twitter, y'all ain't gonna run me off the show. Y'all haven't really seen me. I'm gonna bring it now. I'm gonna bring it now. I'm gonna bring it now. And I'm like, okay, I can bring it now while we're in quarantine, girl.
Yeah. If you guys go to the Jasmine brand on Instagram, they put the whole clip of Eva, but she went off. Like, Kandi was like, okay.
Let's do final thoughts because we need to wrap up. I just want to say thank you to everyone in the live chat. You guys have been so fabulous. We love y'all. You know, we just keep it real and we like to banter with you guys. The world is great when the opinions are different. It makes it more colorful. It's like all the colors in the rainbow. You know what I mean? And I feel like we can apply that to life and really, you know, listen to our neighbors and be kind to each other. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. I thought it was a fabulous season. I did expect a little bit more overall from Real Housewives of Atlanta. It is my second favorite franchise, and they are known for making me laugh. Did I laugh this season? Yes. Did I want a little bit more this season? I did want more. I feel like this franchise is missing the fun aspect. I feel like we were on our way there, but I feel like when there's two big personalities like Nene and Kenya, something's got to give. I feel like there's going to have to be a switch or some sort of shift there to make this franchise fun again. Or else it's going to be too dark. You know, when Nene and Kim were fighting, it was all fun and great and we loved it. But then when they got too dark, we were just like, ooh, this is ugly. This is nasty. So I don't know. There's always been that fine balance with Atlanta, but they never disappoint. I love my girls and I love you guys. Final thoughts on this season, Drew?
I agree with you. I love this show, but I was hoping for a little bit more. I'm hoping I get my fill of drama from Potomac because it's coming back soon. And I can't wait for Karen. But this season was fun. You know, I'm glad Kenya's back because I do think we needed that extra punch. So we'll see what happens next season. But I do like that Portia's really kind of come out as the dark horse, in my opinion, of this season. I feel like she really held her own this season.
Who?
Portia.
Oh yeah, and I love seeing Portia and Nene together.
Me too. I was very proud. I'm proud of her this season. So that I'm excited for this reunion, however it plays out.
Erika?
Yeah, I agree. I think I enjoyed the season a great deal. I think as much as I may, or, you know, as much as I fluctuate on Kenya, she definitely brings something. I think she'll definitely be there next season, as will Nene. I think they both have managed to save their peaches, so to speak. But I do feel like there needs to be, I don't know, something in the mix. I mean, I've heard rumors about Phaedra and about Kim, and I hate to go all the way back, but when something used to work, give it another shot. So I think if we get some of the old school people back in there, they might add a different vibe that would kind of find us interesting. And Lord knows, if we see Apollo out of prison, that'll be interesting enough. So.
Not Apollo.
Oh, no, you did not go there. I love it.
Oh, goodness.
Y'all, if there's a reunion, you know we're going to cover it. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Follow It's Bravo Bitch on Instagram, please. It's a growing podcast. We love it. It's fairly new at AfterBuzz TV. It's been around for a little bit of a year. For a podcast, it's a baby. Please give it some love. I cover everything on Bravo TV. I'm Hollywood Lian. It's my favorite day of the week. I love you guys. Drew, where can we find you? What do you want to promote?
You guys can follow me on all the things at OK Drew Joe.
Erika.
That's it.
All right, you guys can follow me on all of my social media at Erika, Erika, D as in door, Edwards. And you can catch me tomorrow at, I think it's like 5 p.m. For Killing Eve after show right here on AfterBuzz.
All right, love you guys. We'll see you when we see you. Stay safe.
All right, ciao for now, folks.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.